What's up, everybody? Jack Farr here on behalf of Box to Box Football. I'm here with James, and as per David Ornstein in The Athletic, Manchester United reach an agreement in principle with Erik ten Hag to become the new coach. Now, the reason why this hasn't kind of come out fully yet is obviously we've still got football matches to play. Ralf Rangnick is still the manager, although that is on an interim basis. And supposedly the assistant and the other coaching staff is already being kind of dealt with right now. Let's not beat around the bush here. Okay, let's get to kind of the main points of concern that I think you and I will both share going forward. You're Erik ten Hag. You can play more of a pragmatic Dutch, slow build up, technical style, right? It's not quite Pep Guardiola, but it's just a little to the side of what something like what he would go for. How do you sell that to a Cristiano Ronaldo? To a, if he's there, I don't think he will be, to a Paul Pogba, to a Bruno Fernandes, to guys earning a lot of money, who have potential security, maybe not Pogba, but who have potential security long term. How are you going to come in and stamp that authority? Because James, the only way that I can see that happening is you can't re-sign Paul Pogba. And if you have an opportunity to get rid of Cristiano Ronaldo, you need to take it. Those are the only feasible ways, because James, you are in danger, in my opinion, of upsetting the apple cart, because we have seen this before. We've seen the long-term hiring of managers and we're having a rebuild and it's a new start, right? We've seen this film before, we've seen this movie before. I think we need to get the roadblocks need to be removed before it comes in. What do you think?
I think first of all we need to get rid of this Paul Pogba thing, because I think it was clear last season that he was not going to be a Manchester United player once his contract what's it called again, expired. Cristiano Ronaldo, in the other hand, to me, again, you have to obviously get him to buy into a way. But I think Ronaldo wants to be in a team where he's given the flexibility and he's given opportunities to get chances. And I feel like with a free-flowing Ten Hag team, Jack, we've seen the way Ajax score goals. We've seen the amount of goals that they scored, what's it called again, in the group stages. If they're willing to play away in if they're willing to play away where the striker is going to get lots of goals, just like for instance Sebastian Haller was able to do what's it called again when he was playing for Ajax. If they can do that for Cristiano Ronaldo, Jack, Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be happy. I don't think it's a thing where Ronaldo's put his foot down, I want this, I want that. Jack, if they're winning games and he's getting goals, he's going to be happy.
But to me, it's he likes conventional strikers. Now we can debate on his quality, especially from what we saw at West Ham. But at Ajax, we can see he's a very conventional, traditional striker. Cristiano Ronaldo is not that. We know that about him.
Ronaldo has become a traditional striker in the past years, where it's not about running the channels. Jack, is
not
about
stylistically though. Do you think? I don't think he plays like that.
To me, I think Ronaldo's a number 9. Receive the ball, get it out wide, get into the box. I still don't think he plays like a conventional 9. In my opinion, it's still kind of a square peg in a round hole, but he makes it work because he's Cristiano Ronaldo. What I think though, James, is I know what you're saying there about let's get the guy in and let's try and make him happy by giving goals, because he'll deliver those goals. You're not just giving him preferential treatment for no reason. It's because he's so talented and because he's so good. My thing is, 4-year contract, completely new coaching staff. Supposedly the stumbling blocks as to why it's taken a while for this to agree after the initial interview that took place is because Erik ten Hag wanted some assurances that he would have some control over transfers, comings and goings. I think for the upcoming season, maybe for the season after, I don't think you want to have a building process that revolves around a 36, 37-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo. I just don't think that that's what you should go for. I think that we're going to see some differences. We're going to see some changes. Players will be on the way out. Players will come in. And this is kind of where I want to take the conversation. Manchester United will have revenue for years. It's one of the biggest football clubs of all time. They have Champions Leagues, they have league titles, they have history, they have this, they have that, they have adoration the world over. Arguably, and I think statistically, the most supported football team in the whole world, right? But
some of the best teams of all time from decades ago, who maybe at that point were also the most supported teams, they're not quite at it anymore there financially. Manchester United, since Sir Alex Ferguson left, I don't know how many more lives this cat has, right? You know, how many more revamps and redos are we going to do? How many more tens of millions are going to be spent on players who play a certain way, and then for whatever reason it doesn't work out? How confident are you that this will be the right man? Because I've got to be honest with you, James, I like the upside of what Erik ten Hag can do and what he can be. I like the fact that there feels like there's a commitment to something bigger, right? Richard Arnold has come in as the chief executive. Darren Fletcher is doing something. Ed Woodward's not there anymore. There feels to me like there is kind of a new birth happening here at Manchester United. But I don't know how confident I am that Erik ten Hag is actually going to be the guy who is successful under this new regime.
Jack, again, I don't know the answer to that, because I feel like since Ferguson has left, Manchester United have tried everything. They've tried the young,
what it feels like, right?
British manager when they brought in David Moyes. They then went for the experienced guys who have won it all in Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho. They then went back to their roots. Oh yeah, we want to play a Sir Alex Ferguson way. Let's think about it. Let's bring back the old culture in Oli, and obviously now with what they have. But the one thing for me with Ten Hag coming in is that we mentioned Cristiano Ronaldo, and to me that is a cheap argument, because I look at Cristiano Ronaldo and I don't see the problem there. What I see right now is that, okay, what's going to happen with the goalkeeper right now, with the way Ten Hag wants to play right now? Is David De Gea going to be what's called again the number one when he's in charge? I look at for instance right now, what's going to go on with these fullbacks right now? Are they going to expend a boatload of money on bringing in new fullbacks? Harry Maguire, is he going to be sold? Is he going to be able to get the best?
I think the only, just quickly, I think the only fullback in trouble is Aaron Wan-Bissaka, if we're being honest. I think Dalot does what he needs to do. Telles and Shaw, I think, provide good options, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I mean, James, if we're talking about Dutch style at fullback, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is borderline the opposite of that.
But Jack, there's so many things that I can mention here, and like for me, it's like you have
Matic,
players coming.
Donny van der Beek.
Yeah, for me, Donny van der Beek is a big one. Is that we've seen two managers right now struggle to get the best out of him. Yeah, here's a man who has seen the best of Donny van der Beek. Can he provide us with the player that like we've seen at Ajax? That's a huge question. And like another thing I asked for right now is what's going to happen with Anthony Martial, because with the way Ten Hag likes to play, Anthony Martial out wide, Jack would be fantastic in that situation. But the question is that can he get his head right? Because
right.
As we said about a billion times, there's a player in there. But the question is he, to think about it, does he still like want to be there? And also, can Manchester and can Ten Hag get the best out of him? That's to me where this all lies.
I think it's for me though, it's the potential friction. That's what I'm worried. That's why I brought up Cristiano Ronaldo, because supposedly, and I'm not saying Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't train well, don't get it twisted. This is arguably the hardest trainer we've ever seen in terms of outside of match days. Cristiano Ronaldo, you'd argue, maybe has worked harder than anybody else in his football career. But supposedly, you hear comments from Steve McLaren, you hear comments from Jaap Stam, guys that know him, guys that have worked with him. If somebody's not pulling their weight in training, he very much works on a meritocracy, right? If you do the work and you are that guy, then great, go. And supposedly, these rotten eggs, potentially, that Manchester United have in the dressing room, which, James, we've done videos on this. We've seen this the whole time. If there is a cultural problem at this football club right now, there's going to be some friction, because if Erik ten Hag has the stones to drop one of these big name players who maybe isn't doing their part in the way that he wants them to, it's going to cause friction. So to me, the summer transfer window is huge for him. He needs to bring some people in who are going to set the right example. There are some talented players in that Ajax team, James, and if he has any sway over their future, I look at somebody like a Ryan Gravenberch. I think there's a centre-back that's been rumoured to be joining. He needs to get this first summer transfer window right, because, James, the criticism as a Manchester United manager comes thick and fast, and you better be ready for it.
The one man that we haven't mentioned throughout this whole time is Rangnick, and I think Rangnick is going to have a huge part to play, because are you trying to tell me that Rangnick and Ten Hag are not going to talk what's it called again? Before he joins.
They'll talk, but it's two quite different philosophies, though. It's what I'm fascinated by.
Jack, managers talk in like, if Rangnick says, listen, he's a problem. He's a problem. He's a problem. Are you not going to think that? Look at it. He's not going to say, okay, maybe I'm going to keep an eye out on him. I might give him a chance there, but if he steps out of line there, he goes.
He's gone.
So to me, it's like a thing where, remember when you were talking about, oh yeah, Manchester United players down in twos, and Jack, listen, you're probably right in that situation. They're down in twos. But by them down in twos right now, a lot of their Manchester United careers are in serious jeopardy going into next season.
Well, James, it's a huge squad turnover potentially. And again, I know these names are not all stars who play in the team, but you look at somebody, a Paul Pogba, a Jesse Lingard, Juan Mata, Nemanja Matic, right? These are guys, and James, these are guys on big contracts too. You know, this is going to free up a lot of space for Manchester United to spend money. Other players potentially on the way out as well. We know what is kind of lacking in the striker position. We've seen the rumours with Marcus Rashford, Mason Greenwood. We still don't know the outcome of that case at the moment. Cristiano Ronaldo, James, I looked at the odds. He is evens to leave the football club. He's evens to stay at the football club. So it really is a 50-50 at the moment for what Cristiano Ronaldo is going to do, because, James, it's looking like he's not going to have Champions League football. And we know that if Cristiano Ronaldo wants one thing, it's Champions League football, to try and get another one under his belt. Guys, let us know what you think. Manchester United fans, I'm curious. I know we've got a lot of Spurs fans as subscribers as well. We didn't say Mauricio Pochettino's name once. Oh, I just said his name. Right? Should he have been considered? Erik ten Hag, his coaching staff at Ajax, is this going to be a success? Is this going to be a failure? There'll obviously be a lot more to come on this topic when it's more officially announced from me and James. But until next time, we'll see you.